Fight between MS Dhoni and Yuvraj Singh. MS Singh Dhoni had some problems with Yuvraj due to his form, but not personal issues. In 2007 and 2011, Dhoni achieved two world championships under T20 format. Yuvraj was an essential champion player during both tournaments. He must have assumed that Dhoni was in his debt. Because of this, even though Yuvraj was not the main factor in World Cup success, he made a return and fervently desired to represent the country in 2015 World Cup. By that point, Dhoni had proven himself as a very important leader. Yuvraj is aware of the possibility that Dhoni would have reactivated him for 2015 World Cup. That did not occur, and things subsequently got worse. Dhoni and Yuvraj's relationship was clearly in trouble. Focus of a single thing only. How dare Yuvraj suddenly accuse Dhoni, Yuvraj's father? They reside the exact same home and enjoy dinner together, where such topics are typically discussed in families. The differences between Dhoni must have been discussed between him and his father. Even though Dhoni has always supported Yuvraj, he may have chosen to keep him away for a while when he was constantly doing poorly, which is his duty. The best thing about MS is that because he is a captain, he cannot be biased. He works well in groups. The story thus begins at the very moment Dhoni assumed the captaincy. In 2004, Dhoni made his debut. Yuvraj was a senior player at the time, but Dhoni was constantly seeking attention and demonstrating his superior skill to Yuvraj. Even at that time, Yuvraj continuously dominated him. Then one day, Dhoni contacted him and inquired as to his condition before settling the matter. However, after that, things improved and they were best friends, even when Dhoni assumed the captaincy, even though that Cold War stayed in Yuvraj's thoughts. This was likely due to human propensity, whereby ego difficulties are inevitable when a newcomer climbs over a senior player. Yuvraj and Dhoni were getting along great, but still after that things got better and they became best friends even after Dhoni took captaincy. But that Cold War always existed in Yuvraj's mind, probably because it's a human tendency that when a newcomer rises higher than a senior player, ego issues start. Dhoni and Yuvraj's friendship was going well, but there had already been some diversion between the two by the time this happened. Yuvraj Singh stated that his father had said those things because he got carried away and that he is a very passionate father in an attempt to explain away what had happened. He further explained that although that did not appear to be the case, everything was well between them. Yuvraj has in the past decided that Dhoni was the reason Yuvraj was kicked from the Indian squad. Mahendra Singh Dhoni was criticized by Yuvraj when the left-hander was left off the Indian team for the 2015 World Cup in Australia to New Zealand and warned he would beg and go destitute. Yuvraj's father Yuvraj stated that Dhoni was nothing. He has become a god in cricket just because of the media. There was a time when he had nothing, but today he sits in front of the media and rips off the media persons. He laughs at the media who has given him so much time. He laughs at the Indian people who clap when he scores a run, Yuvraj said. In response to his father's remarks, Yuvraj Singh clarified that he had never said that Dhoni has kicked him out of the team. I want to be absolutely clear that Mahi and I are extremely good friends and that we have never had any issues. He's a friend who will always be there.